Hey, it's Ruben in the shop. I stopped by the Salvation Army this morning on the way in and picked up a ton of media and something special. So, it's the first thing I saw were these Stephen King audiobooks. They're on cassette tape, so super antiquated. I saw a bunch of them lined up there. These are from the Four Past Midnight book. So they're split into four parts. Here's a complete set, and this is an incomplete set. I'm gonna ask $25 for the complete set and $20 for the incomplete set. They tend to go for almost $10 for each individual part, so I think they should sell quickly. I got Gunslinger here. That's the case for it. This is actually read by Stephen King himself, which is kind of interesting. And if you ever see it, you want to open it up because this goes in here. And there's a limited edition one where he signed them, which would be super cool to find. I got these shorter ones, The Mist, in 3D sound. I'm gonna put that up for $10. This is from Skeleton Crew. That's another $10, or at least I'm gonna try another $10. Here is a incomplete set of Dark Tower 2, so that's just going to be donated. I also got this Lawnmower Man, 3 parts. I haven't looked that up yet, but I have a feeling those are good. I also got Henry Miller's Tropic of Cancer. I've been buying the classic literature stuff on audio cassette, and people seem to like them, but I haven't had any sales. So I'll keep you posted on how that experiment's going. I got a couple records. These were $1 a piece. All the audiobooks were $0.25 a piece, and the VHS tapes were also $0.25 a piece. So I got this Red Fox, burlesque humor. I've been watching the Marvelous Miss Maisel forever now, it seems. So he's mentioned in that. I've had this album before. It was actually one of the first albums I ever got. So it was cool finding it. And then I got Bickle and Gill. This is going to be folk music. I'm currently going through my collection and sorting it out, getting everything in sleeves. And I have a ton of folk music. And recently came to the conclusion I'm going to try to collect the first 10 to 20 years of the Elektra label. First I'll start with the first 10 years and see if I can get a full run. I think that'd be a fun thing to do over the next, 10 to 20 years. So these VHS, here's the deal. Firstly, if you ever see VHS in their Blockbuster case, this is called a clamshell case, you should probably buy it. And then ideally it will be marked with like a Blockbuster sticker as well. Please remember to rewind. They did not rewind this. So these Blockbuster tapes can go upwards of $50. So I'm going to list this for $20 at auction. It's Bad Boys 2, a classic, and see how it does. I got this this VHS tape, The Art of Singing. It is sealed and it is worthless, so that will get donated. These all stacked here. These are all Time Life, so people probably got them when they donated some money to PBS. I didn't spend that much time in the store trying to figure out what was worth getting because they were $0.25 a piece. I just put them all in my cart and was done. So these 4, it's not enough of the set to really be worth anything. So I'll donate those again. This set is not close to being complete, but it's 5. So I'll put it up for $10. I think they'll sell. Here's 6 from Secrets of the Deep. I think there's actually like 20 volumes in this set, so not very complete, but still, again, I'll try to get $10. Here's Predators. This is the one that drew my eye. It's a 16-part series. I have 14 of them. I'm going to ask $30. I think that's reasonable. If I had the complete set, I might be able to get $40. Finally, were these Jacques Cousteau library VHS tapes. So different places, I guess, Jacques Cousteau went scuba diving. And they're really popular. So I'm going to try to get $100 for those 13. I think there's actually 26 in the whole set. So $100 might be steep, but I have a feeling they might go quicker than anticipated. I got some hard good stuff. This pottery, this is Reiku pottery. It has like an iridescent glaze. I see it all over here. I paid $3. I'll probably get $20. This little piece of pottery, I don't even know what it is. I guess it's just for the shelf. It's signed on the bottom, Jesus Chung, Ensenada. So I'll try that out. It was $3. I got these cast iron bread pans. They're Lodge, made in the USA. They've been in that Salvation Army for a couple weeks now. They were marked at $12. I usually don't ask for discounts at thrift stores because I just don't feel comfortable doing that. But I did today, and I asked if they would sell me both of them for $20, so $2 off each. And they said, yeah, that's cool. So got those. I don't know if I'm going to sell them. If I did, I'd sell them as a pair for $80. And then probably take an offer of $60. And I don't know. I kind of want to just keep them and try to bake bread in them. Oh, I'll let you know. Okay, the final thing that comes with a bit of a story. Let me show it to you first. Okay, be still, my heart. Boom! Yeah! That's a harp. It's a 30-string harp. So, this is how this went down. I was in the store, and I can hear this lady talking to the manager, saying, hey, is that harp for sale? And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, there's a harp in the back. Is it for sale? And he's like, well, I haven't seen anything back there yet, so no, it's not for sale. And she's like, come on, sell it to me. And finally he's like, okay, it's $100. And she is taken aback and kind of gets upset, and she starts kind of berating the guy, talking about how he's selfish and they get this stuff for free and he's trying to skim off the top. I don't know, all this nonsense. And he's like, well, it's $100. And she's like, have you even seen it? And she knows he hasn't. And he's like, no. And she asks, well, can I bring it up here? And he said, fine, bring it up. So she brings it up and asks, so how much is it now? And he says, $100. And so then I'm kind of busting up. I'm in a different part of the store. I have to look to see like what they're talking about, right? And so I look, and it's this. And I'm like, okay, $100, like maybe, I don't know. And then the lady's like, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. And he's like, okay, well, how much are you offering? And she says, $10. And I'm like shocked. I'm like, wow, that's gutsy. So he says, no, I'll give it to you for $40. And I'm like, oh no, like if this lady doesn't buy this thing for $40, she's crazy. And she says, no, that's crazy. $40 is way too much. This is the thrift store. And she says $25. And so I know the manager at the Salvation Army. I'm there all the time. He kind of pauses, and while this whole conversation is going on, I'm like creeping closer and closer to the harp. Before he could say anything, I'm like, well, if they're not going to give you $40 for it, I'll give you $40 for it. Oh, the looks on their faces, they were pissed. And then they look at me and they're like, well, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, I'm going to sell it. And they're like, well, what is it? Will you sell it for 25? They're asking the manager. And he looks at them kind of stunned. I'm like, well, you guys can have it for 40 or I'll have it for 40. And the guy just, her husband, who's holding the harp the whole time, just puts it down on the floor and they walk away. Yeah, so today I bought a harp. Here's the deal. I think this is all just like not professionally done. This is a homemade, handmade harp. That's what I'm guessing. It has nice veneer on it. It definitely has problems. It doesn't have all the strings. This is sturdy enough. Shouldn't there maybe be something here? I don't know. That seems rough. This bottom part here is cracked on the base. So, I mean, it's not perfect, definitely. But if you put a harp in the corner of any room, that's just classy. So, the harp's already spoken for, folks. So, easy come, easy go, and play you out. That was pretty bad. Talk to you next time.